Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So back during election season, y'all know I spent some time working with Michigan United Action to spread the word about getting out to vote. That led to me leading a session on resistance, since somehow y'all still led Trump back into the white supremacy house, which then led to the breakdown of DEI we see happening every single day. Now, I've always been a civil rights hoe, and there's no better time to put them boots on the ground and get to work than now. So this past Capitol Day, I partnered with Michigan United Action again to make sure our elected officials and those corporations that made promises to our community know that we won't settle for less regardless of who is in the White House. So after a demonstration down at the Capitol, we took it on down to Target, cause yeah, we ain't forgot that shit y'all pulled, and this is where we got down to business.
All money is green! All money is green! All money is green! So brothers and sisters, we want you to keep on fighting, keep on speaking out. And this is not a direct attack, but it's a direct action. It's a direct action. You have a right to sell whatever you want, but don't tell me that you won't sell and include me in the free market. So brothers and sisters, keep it up. Raise those signs, raise those voices. God bless.
Boycott! Boycott! Now, we heard, right? We have the power. The power still rests with the people. If you haven't realized it by now, our dollars count. So, make sure that we spend them in a place that values us, values what we stand for, and values our progress in this country. When I say boycott, you say target. Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Now, choosing where you go with your dollars is one of the most important things in this moment, and that's what we're going to do. Let's hear it up for Brother Taiwan.
So I think what's really important about this moment that we're in right now is recognizing what happens when institutions decide to abandon policies that are for the betterment of everyone. When we decide to sit down and be silent, it sends the message that there is no one who is going to speak truth to power. You know, it's very easy to defend diversity, equity, and inclusion when the loudest voices are subverting diversity, equity, and inclusion. But it takes courage and chutzpah to defend your values, to defend diversity, equity, and inclusion when the loudest voices, when the tide is no longer going your way. And Target turned their back on so many folks. They turned their back on black and brown folks when they needed them the most. When they needed to feel seen. When they needed to feel heard. When they needed people to be able to come into Target and see products made by them and for them.
That's right, that's right.
And so, they're probably wondering, why is this the line that we're drawing in the sand? Corporations like Target do evil things all the time. Well, the answer is this. When institutions like Target decide not to hold people accountable, we see DEI start to crumble before our eyes. This is about more than just what's happening in the private sector. Right. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is starting to crumble at some of our most hollow institutions. Never the day when I thought that Harvard would be the only institution willing to forcibly stand up and tell the Trump administration, you don't get to tell us what happens in and on our campus. That's right. Our educational institutions are the very embodiment of the freedoms. Those are the places in which we want to teach diversity, equity, and inclusion be instilled in our children. So, when we think about all the things we're going to lose when we stop talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, we lose the giants who came before us to fight for all of our rights. When we send our kids to school, we expect the school to build the values taught them at home, which is treat others how you want to be treated. That is to respect everyone, and it's that everyone, no matter where they come from, has value. But the message that Target has sent is that no one do our products, our money, our opinions don't have value. Is that true, y'all?
No!
Is that true, y'all?
No!
So the thing that we have to commit to doing is working hard to ensure that anyone and everyone who wants to stand against diversity, equity, and inclusion will feel us at the ballot box. That's right. They will feel us at the cashier's box. And used to shop at Target. Their baby clothes are nice, cheap, affordable, and good quality. But I will go spend my money somewhere else before I go spend my money with someone who tells me that I am not worth the risk of pushing back an administration that has already shown they don't give a damn about me or anyone who looks like me.
Yeah.
So y'all, today and every day we will take this fight to Target. We will take this fight to educational institutions. And we will take this fight to the White House and to every congressional Republican who doesn't want to stand up for the values that we know are important to us, y'all. Thank y'all so much for keeping this fight, y'all.
Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Now we just heard, this moment is bigger than Target, it's bigger than DEI. It's about what they're trying to normalize in our country, right? We have to realize that in this fight, we're not going back. 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 Y'all tired, Jack? No. Y'all tired, Jack? No. They're waiting on us to get tired. We're not tired. No. Boycott. Target. Boycott. Target. Boycott. Target. All right, let's give it up for Reverend Rachel.
I've got a letter here from an employee at the Target in Southfield after our protest last week. And so I want to share that with you because I think it's important. It's important for that person to have a voice. And even though they can't tell us what their name is, I want them to have a voice. I'm writing to you with deep respect after seeing your presence at the recent protest in front of Target. I work for Target, and although I can't speak publicly due to company policies, I want to thank you personally for standing up. As a white pastor, your voice carries weight, and it means something when someone in your position chooses to speak truth to power, not for attention, but for justice. Many of us who work in warehouses or stores experience racism, silence, and even mockery for the labor we do. It's not always overt, but it's always felt. Your message echoed the thoughts of many who feel voiceless inside the company. If I may offer one suggestion, encourage people to look deeper at the organizational charts of corporations. Companies often showcase a small percentage of black leadership to appear diverse, but the real power structure remains unchanged. The problem is not at the bottom. It's national and it lives at the top. Thank you for being present and for caring enough to act. The legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us that while the leader may be gone, the dream and the struggle continues. Diversity is God's creation. Equity is God's justice. And inclusion is God's family. Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Y'all tired, Jake? No! All right, let's give it up for Elder Liz. Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Boycott! Target! Whole city! Whole city! Whole city! Our city! Whole state! Our state! Whole state! Our state! Whole country! Our country! Our country! Our country! That's right. Now he just asked about 400 years ago, right? He said, are you tired yet? We've been fighting this fight for over 400 years, and I ain't nowhere near tired. And let me tell you one more thing. Even though they were waving Make America Great signs out of the window, you know what? That's okay. Because I know that you waved that Make America Great out of that window because you were not comfortable. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not comfortable either. Every day that I gotta wake up in this black skin and you make this black skin uncomfortable for me, guess what? You need to be uncomfortable too. That's right. Yeah! You're sitting here and you're saying diversity, equity, and inclusion should be for only one gender, one color. What world is that? Where they do that at? Okay. Where do they do that at? Nowhere. So you're right. We're nowhere tired. Yeah, the 40-day fast is over with, and that's okay. We're going to keep going, and we hope you don't like it. Because I don't like what you're doing to me either. And if I like what you were doing to me, it would be called abuse. It'd be called trauma. And I'm not going to be traumatized, and I'm not going to be abused any longer. We're going to break this generational curse that thinks that white supremacy is the only type of supremacy
Yeah! Y'all tired? No! Y'all tired? No! Y'all tired? No! Let's go! Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Whose city?
Our city!
Whose state?
Our state!
Whose country?
Our country!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!
Boycott!
Target!